Hello, friends. Today, with an example, we'll try and understand how to deal with assumption problems in GMAT. Today, we'll discuss problem number 46 from the critical reasoning portion in OG 13. So, first, we have the argument, which is followed by the question stem. So, let's read the argument first. If the country continues to collect residential trash at current levels, landfills will soon be overflowing and parkland will need to be used in order to create more space. Charging each household a fees for each pound of trash it puts out for collection will induce residents to reduce the amount of trash they create. This charge will therefore protect the remaining county parkland. Now let's have a look at the question stem. Which of the following is an assumption made in drawing the conclusion above? Now, let's try and understand the question stem. It seeks to find a assumption for the conclusion. So we basically need to look for assumptions for the argument. Assumption is also a unstated premise or a connecting link between the premise and the conclusion. So that is what assumption is. So let's first try and understand the meaning of the argument. If the trash collection continues at this rate, then landfills will soon be full, and one has to start dumping, and the administration has to start dumping in the parkland that is available. So charging for so the possible solution to it is that charging an amount for the trash put out will actually make people put less of trash for dumping. So this charge that is sought will actually hence protect the county parkland. So this is what the argument is all about. Now let's see how to approach assumption problems. First we try to put together all the related and independent facts, and we create a logical structure out of it. Once the logical structure is there, we try to pre-think of assumptions or unstated premise that would actually link the premise and the conclusion. So we need to think over what the possible assumptions could be, and then finally we uh, eliminate the wrong answers and try to find out the right answer. So let's have a look at the logical structure. It says that charging for per pound of trash will reduce the amount of trash generation, and hence this will lead to protecting the parkland from landfill. And the other statement that has been made is landfills are full, and parkland is definitely next on the list for garbage dumping. So the two possible assumptions I could think of: first is that charging is a strong enough method to do the needful, that is to protect the parkland from completely filled up with the trash. And the second assumption that I could think of is that no excess trash that is generated is being dumped elsewhere. I mean, all the trash that is being generated is actually being put out for dumping, and no trash is being illegally dumped by the people in some other places. So this is the second assumption that is being made by me. So let's have a look at the options that is available. First is that residents will reduce the amount of trash they put out for collection by reducing the number of products they buy. Now, the fact that residents will reduce the trash is definitely possible, but that they will reduce the trash by reducing the products they buy. This is definitely not stated over there, and this is what we cannot say, because this is out of scope of the argument. That the reason why how they reduce the trash generation, that is not within the scope of the argument. So this is incorrect. Now option 2 is that the collection fee will not significantly affect the purchasing power of most residents, even if their households do not reduce the amount of trash they pull out. Again, this goes just beyond the scope of the argument. the collection fee is significantly affect the purchasing power of most, and nowhere the purchasing power has been connected with the collection fee. So, and this nowhere affects the argument in any way. And if we negate it, neither does it shatter the conclusion. So we know this is not the right answer. The collection fee will not induce residents to dump their trash in parklands illegally. Now, if you negate the statement, it says that the collection fee will actually induce the people to dump in parklands illegally. Now, this is something that will shatter the argument completely. It will shatter the conclusion actually. So because the conclusion states that if charges are placed on the dumping, then it will definitely save the parklands from being landfilled. So that is the right answer. And option 4 is that the beauty of the county parkland is an important issue for most of the country's residents. Now again, this may not be true, and again it goes beyond the scope of the argument, so it is again wrong. Now option 5 is that landfill outside the country's borders should be used as dumping site for country's trash. Now this again goes beyond what is being discussed in the passage. It talks about the argument talks about the various kind of issues, ways to solve it, and then this particular option goes beyond that scope and talks about dumping beyond the country's borders. So this is clearly again the wrong option. Thank you.